Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. This should be an interesting beer. This one was sent to me by John, and I'm probably going to butcher this up. This is, from what I can tell, it says Duchesse De Bourgogne. Duchesse De Bourgogne. Like I said, I probably butchered that name all to pieces. This is a product of Belgium, and it comes from Vichte West Vlaanderen, Belgium. And on the back it says a 6% ale, Belgian ale. A Belgian top fermented reddish brown ale, a blend of 8 and 18-month-old beers, following the careful maturation in oak casks. And it's got best before 11/27/2014. So we're well under the wire of that. This is end of January of 2014. So at a 6%er, they're saying it's gonna last that long. So very impressive. I don't think it says Flemish Art of Brewing right here on the label. Don't think there's anything else we need to talk about from the bottle. And it says the same thing on the commercial description, that it's a top fermented reddish brown West Flanders region of Belgium. Also, this is refined ale known as the Burgundies of Belgium, a blend of 8 and 18-month-old ales, and 100% natural and unpasteurized. So let's go over to the food pairings. Well, I'm going to read you what a Flanders red ale is. Flanders Reds are commonly referred to as the red beers of West Flanders. Belgian red beers are typically light-bodied brews with reddish-brown colors. They are infamous for their distinct sharp, fruity, sour, and tart flavors, which are created by special yeast strains. Very complex beers, they are produced under the age-old tradition of long-term cask aging in oak and the blending of young and old beers together. So, the food pairings for this beer: the cheeses are your earthy cheeses, your Camembert, Fontina, your sharp cheeses, blue and cheddar, and the meat is grilled meat for this. The glassware is the flute snifter or the tulip. I got the double glass, and this beer can be cellared for long periods on the proper conditions according to what it says here. And it says best before 11/27/2014. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure this beer, they're saying, is good for at least a year, and being a 6%er is pretty impressive. So let's get the cap off of this one. John, thanks again for sending this one. A lot of hiss from that one, a bit of smoke. Into the glass we go. Alright. The picture on the front almost looks like the Mona Lisa. Got a little damn... it's not, though. It's definitely not her. Got a bird on her finger. A bird on her finger. Alright, guys. It's very deep red, reddish in color. I can see the light through there very, very faintly. It's not cloudy, but it's pretty thick looking. Very deep red. And that pour gives us about a half a finger of head, which is dissipating very quickly. A lot of bubbles streaming up from the bottom of the glass. So let's get a nose on this one. Ooh, that is tart, tart, tart. And I'm not much into the sours. And this one is very tart and sour smelling. I'm not sure I'm going to like this one too much with the nose on this and what I've read already as far as on the bottle. I'm not a big lambic or sour fan. Not yet anyway, just haven't acquired that palate. It smells very sweet, very tart at the same time, if that's possible, and sour. I'm smelling like dark cherries and raspberries and maybe even some plums in there. But it does smell very sour. Oh well, let's give it a taste, see what we got. Cheers everybody. Thanks again, John. Wow. That is tart. That's almost like a beer and a wine put together. A tart wine. It's very sweet though. It's not bad. It's delicious. But it is tart. I'm definitely getting the cherries. Wow, that makes my mouth pucker up. It's very nice, but definitely not my style of beer. And the nose is tart and sour. But the taste is tart. Tart, tart, tart. I don't know if any of y'all ever had that candy sweet tart. Same deal. Makes my mouth do that. People that like wine would probably really like this beer here. Especially if they like a tart wine. You know, I mean, if you like a dessert wine, this is probably not going to be for you. But if you like a tart wine, this would be a tasty beer for you. Well, let's let it warm up. Definitely not my style of beer, guys. Let's see where this ends up. See what the other half thinks. She's a big wine head. Let's see if she likes it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I just a little left. This is a nice beer, even though it's not my style of beer. Very tart at first, and then there's a big sweetness. Dark cherries, raspberries. Definitely fruity to me. Enjoyable. I mean, it really is. I'm not into the sours or the tart beers. Or the berry type beers, but this is pretty tasty. Like I said, the initial thing is this tart, mouth puckering tart to me. But as it goes down, you get the sweetness, and very interesting beer. Very enjoyable. Not something that I would normally pick out or seek out, but very enjoyable. Maybe I can get into more of the lambic style beers. I have some downstairs. They may be bad by now. I've had them in the fridge for about 3 years, so I do have some lambics down there. So I may try to get some of them out and start doing some of them if they've not gone bad by now. So let's do the final chug on this one. Definitely tart and sweet at the same time. Very nice cherries in there. Very tasty. Like I said, I think a lot of your wine drinkers would probably like this style of beer, just because of the taste that it has with the cherries and the tartness and stuff. So, as long as you're into that style of wine, but. Very nice, very enjoyable, John. Thanks for sending this one. Very enjoyable. I did like that. Got the date on the back of the bottle. Very nice. I enjoyed this. The other half, she took a big drink out of it. She went like a fish. I got a chuckle out of that. But she looked at it and she said, "It looks like it's going to be tart." And then she said she didn't hear what I was saying in here, but you never know. Anyway, the beer is very nice. It's enjoyable. A little tart for my taste, but I enjoyed it. It was It was a nice change of pace. Something other than a big hoppy ale or a dark stout or a porter. So, very nice. Guys, with the date on the back of the bottle, I think this is a very nice beer. I'm going to give this an A-. I'm going to give it to 8, which is an A-. I think it's an A beer. It's a very well-made beer. Very tasty beer. Yeah, I liked it. John, thanks for sending it to me. I enjoyed it. It was good. Let's go see what the other guys got to say. We'll go over to Beer Advocate first, and they say 92, outstanding. I would agree with that 100%. It is a very well-made beer, and if I was to give it a number, I would be about where I would put it, about the 92 range. So, very tasty. All right, let's go over to Rate Beer, and Rate Beer says 98 overall, which is an impressive number, but only 80 in the style, which I think is a little low. So, I think their overall is a little high, and I think their style numbers are a little low. So, we can average those out, and I think that would probably bring us in around 87 or 88. Would not argue with that. I think that may be just a tad low, but if it's not your style, like a lot of these beer reviewers do, if it's not blowing their hair back or their socks off, they're not that super impressed with it. But I think it's a well-made beer. So if you've had this one, give me some comments back on this one. Duchesse de Bourgogne, I think that's how it's pronounced. I may be wrong. Old hillbilly, that's my hillbilly pronunciation of what this Belgian beer is pronounced. So, guys, let me know if you've had it, you liked it or didn't like it. Give me some comments back on this one. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.